Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you go into the scriptures, it gives a vivid illustration of the mindset and the actions of a godly woman and of an ungodly woman. And what we're starting to see here in these last minutes in this kingdom that we're living in, we're seeing that these women are fitting the description of ungodly women. You see, when you go into Proverbs 9 and 13, it talks about the women being loud and knowing nothing, very ignorant to most of everything, but mainly relationships and how the role they're supposed to play. They're very ignorant of the role that God placed, set out for them, and planned for them. They're very ignorant of that role. They haven't really seen it, and then the images and the information that they have seen according to that role has been given by their enemies, people who don't have their best interests at heart. So let's get into the scriptures and see how the Most High described an ungodly woman. Now, let's start with Ecclesiasticus, because this verse hits it right to the point. 26 and 26. It say, a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. So we can see in these last days, the enemy pushed feminism and the pride of women. He pushed pride across the board, but the main thing for the women is that he pushed pride in the love to love yourself over everybody else. And when God is the opposite, He's trying to get you to be humble and don't deal with pride. But in this kingdom, the enemy, they push pride, the pride of life. Let me get that in John. 1 John 2:17. It say, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. See, this is what they push in this world. Pride, the pride of life. And so when you see the women, especially of our nation, of the blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, these individuals, they pretty much have been convinced to go with this pride. Now, what I wanted, it's already in their nature to want their men to support them, even though that's been pushed onto them now that they're independent, they can do without a man, and they're so important and powerful and amazing. They're stroking their ego in this kingdom, and pretty much that's what's causing these women to increase in their pride. But look what it says here in uh 1 Corinthians 7. It says, talking to the men, it says, but I would have you without carefulness, he that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. Verse 33, it says, but he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. You see, because the things of the world, the pride of life in this man's kingdom uh promotes, is what the woman is gonna be attached to. That's why he's saying, telling the men, if you be married, you gonna have to be caring for the things of the world, because these women is caught up in the world and they want the pride of life. They want the lust of the eyes. See, but these things are not of the Father. So you, in this world, you're getting ungodly women. Then and on, let me get Isaiah 3 and 12, and this is the end result. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they that lead you cause you to error and destroy the ways of your paths. Because these women are so prideful now, they will have a child and do whatever they can, whatever it takes to get rid of that man. You see, they're not gonna honor that man. They're gonna dishonor him till he hit the road and leave them behind. And this is, let me get that Proverbs 9 and 13. It says, a foolish woman is clamorous or loud. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Because this is what causes these women to be ungodly. They don't know anything. They're simple minded. That's why you see that it's only one group of one group of women on earth that's very, very loud, and that's ruling over their households. It's only one nation on earth. That's one of the greatest evidences to me of who the daughters of Sarah is, the daughters of Zion is. The loudest woman on the block, because everybody know her to be the loudest woman. And then it's blacks and Hispanics, so-called blacks and Hispanics. Then you got only the blacks and the Hispanics. The women is ruling over the men and the children in the household. She like a lion and a dragon in the house. You see, because she's focused on the pride of life. She's focusing on the pride, how she looks, and how what thing that she have, her possession. And so this is why you see these women are very, very prideful. Now, let's take this back to the root of the problem. Leviticus 19:29. It says, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness. See, the reason the land is fell to whoredom is because the women is raising the daughters to be like them. And 75% to 85% of these households is single mothers. And the single mothers is teaching the daughters to be independent and don't rely on a man and don't be with a man for a long term. And they pretty much destroy the minds of these women, and it caused them to keep doing the same thing. That's why I say that those that lead the children is destroying the children, and the women is ruling over the children. She's destroying them, and it goes back to the curses. Let's get that. Let's see, 54, 56. It say the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not have ventured to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, towards her son, and towards her daughter. See, she give her son the Oedipus complex because now she done ran the man off, and he gonna play the role of a man being controlled by a woman. She destroyed the daughter because the daughter's gonna be a daughter that don't know how to deal with a man and feel that she don't need a man for nothing to survive. You see, she gonna destroy this household, and she's gonna destroy the nation because it says when she becomes a whore, she gonna cause her daughter to become a whore, and then the whole land is gonna be full of wickedness. Because if that daughter don't understand that she need a man, she gonna go and get with a man. She gonna get with a man because that's in her nature. But she not gonna stay with the man. She gonna cause corruption in the household and try to rule over the man, and he gonna hit the road. She gonna get with another man. She gonna try to rule over him. He gonna hit the road, so she gonna end up being a whore. Now, when you go to First Ezra chapter 4, let's see here. It says, look at verse 22. It say, but this also you must know that women have dominion over you. See, do you not toil and labor and toil and give labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? See, when you focus on this woman and giving her the pride of life and the lust of her eyes, this is how you got this woman ruling over you. Verse 26, it say, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. 27, many also have perished, died, and erred and sinned for women. Because when these women start ruling over you and they living in their pride and they thinking that you supposed to serve them, you supposed to give them all these worldly things so they can be more prideful, this is going to pretty much run a man out of his wits. See, and he gonna be a servant to this woman. That's what's going on in these households. Even the men that is with the women, they're servants to the women. You got the single mothers that's participating in whoredom. They got 3, 4 baby daddies. And then you got the married couples where this man has turned into a servant for this woman. See, he's he's focused on bringing stuff to this woman, going out and collecting whatever he got to collect to bring it to this woman to so-called make her happy, because she want to live in the pride of life. See, she's not just here honoring her husband and serving her husband. Let's get that. That's the main one I want to get, but I'm gonna end it on this one. And I think it's on. Oh, I'm in the right place. Verse 6, it says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. And this is an example of a holy woman, of a godly woman. See, she's going to honor her husband. She's going to obey her husband and call him Lord, meaning that her, uh, he's ruling over her. Let me get that in Genesis and I'll close out. Because this is what the law was put on this woman. It say, unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over you. That's what Lord means, ruler. See, he shall rule over you. And this is not the mindset of these ungodly women. See, they dishonor their husband. They loud, they arguing, they trying to uh, authoritative over the man. They asking him where he going, what he doing. You see, he got the answer to them. He got to tell them what he doing. You see, say you in a house with children. The parents don't go and tell the kids what they doing. They don't communicate with the kids about their business. They tell the kids the business that's on the level of a kid that the kid is dealing with. But they don't tell the kid all their business, and they say stay out of grown folks' business. This is something that you don't need to know about. This is above what you need to know about. That you don't need to worry about this. But guess what? Kids gonna be in the business. But this is what these women do, and this was going on in Babylon, America. That these ungodly women, they gonna ask you what you doing, where you going, just like a kid, knowing that that's not what they supposed to do. But an ungodly woman don't know this, because that's why Proverbs 9:13. She's simple and knoweth nothing. She don't understand her role. She don't understand what she's supposed to be doing. She don't understand that she's supposed to have this man ruling over her. And let the Lord bring this one out, because this is gonna be the punishment for these ungodly women. It say, verse 10, then she that is my enemy shall see it. See, they the enemy of the Lord. They listening to their enemy, which is the devil, the deceiver, and Satan, the adversary of their nation and their people. They listening to his philosophy of women empowerment and women equal to a man, and it's totally destroying them, because they're making themselves enemies to God and the role that he set up for them. You see, it says, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord your God? Because when you tell these women the truth, how they're being ungodly, they acting like Pharaoh. Where's this God you talking about? Who told you some mess like that? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the street. See, this is how these women gonna end up. And It's nobody's fault but their own, because they know, all of them know, they're not ignorant to the fact. It's just that the serpent information sounds better than God's information, and God turns into an enemy because they want the pride of life. See, they focus on the pride, individual pride, lovers of themselves, rather than being lovers of God. See, that's what it boils down to. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.